The BJP state unit of Tamil Nadu, it appears that Nainar Nagendran has now filed nomination for the post of BJP state president, possibly could replace Annamalai anytime soon now. Let's get you more details. My colleague Sudha Sadanan joining us live. Gautam is also with us. Sudha ma'am, I want to come to you first. A big development there for the BJP state unit. Annamalai could likely be replaced today with Nainar Nagendran.
Absolutely, and so far as Annamalai is concerned, he's made his intent very clear, Shweta, and it's been there. And ever since he went on a sabbatical to study abroad, he's made it very clear that he may or may not be remaining as the BJP chief of the state unit. However, lots of names were doing the rounds, but Nainar Nagendran. And one of the main reasons for Nainar Nagendran, according to me, is his caste. I mean, caste equations play a very important role, pan-India, but particularly in Tamil Nadu, considering the elections are knocking at its door in 2026. The BJP wants to ensure that Nainar Nagendran, who belongs to the very powerful Tevar caste, he should be made so that they get their caste equations right. Also, Nainar Nagendran is popular. That's what people said, that one of the grouses against Annamalai was that he somehow became kind of unpopular amongst his colleagues and peers because they thought, and I do not know how true this is, however, we cannot speculate, but I still will do it, that, that he was supposed to be somebody who was projecting himself. And that really did not go well. And the third and the most important factor, Shweta, with the BJP stitching up an alliance with the AIADMK, Yedapadi Palaniswamy was very clear, Shweta, that it's either Annamalai or the alliance. And I don't think that the BJP has the option anymore, considering that the elections are right around the corner, and even as the other parties are, stitching up alliances, stitching up coalitions, BJP knows that AIADMK, the known evil, is the best bet, and therefore out goes Annamalai and in comes Nainar Nagendran.
All right, stay with us. We also have Gautam joining us live. Gautam, we were speaking about this yesterday. There's one roadblock that persisted and could be a thorn for AIADMK to tie up with the BJP in the run-up to 2026 assembly elections in Tamil Nadu. It had to be Annamalai. It looks like Annamalai is going away after all.
That appears to be the case here, Shweta. But importantly, we need to point out that Nainar Nagendran has now filed the nomination, and he is going to be the only one who's going to file the nomination as well. So I'm just picking up a little bit of news from my sources in Tamil Nadu as well. They are saying that basically what could happen is an official announcement regarding Nainar Nagendran will be made on Saturday evening. Now, a meeting of Party State Executive Committee will take place along with Amit Shah. Following this, Nagendran, a prominent Thevar community leader from Tirunelveli, will become the next Tamil Nadu state president. Keep in mind that Annamalai had a very short stint as well, and that has been the case with Tamil Nadu BJP over the last few years. Annamalai just came into the position in 2021. Now in 2025, he has been replaced. Before that, it was Il Murugan. Now it is Nagendran who's just taken over as well. So, like Sudha ma'am was also pointing out over there, it's important to note that the kind of role that Nainar Nagendran will play is very crucial because he was one of the senior leaders in the AIADMK. He made a jump from the AIADMK after Jayalalitha's death, and that was the time when BJP was basically scouting for leaders from other parties who they could lure. And one of the biggest leaders that they managed to snag was Nainar Nagendran. He's a very influential ADMK leader in Tirunelveli as well. And keep in mind that he, while belonging to the Thevar community, he comes from this intermediate caste as well, the Marwar sect of the larger Mukkadathur community, and they play a dominant role in caste politics in southern part of Tamil Nadu. So, given that is the case, since there are talks of an alliance being stitched with AIDMK, Edapadi Palaniswamy comes from the Gounder community, which is prominent in the western part of Tamil Nadu, and we could see Nainar Nagendran consolidating votes from the southern part of the state as well. So it's a very calculated move that has been initiated by the BJP, and it will be interesting to see how he takes forward the work done by Annamalai over the last 4 years, and whether it will actually help them gain a significant vote share in the upcoming Tamil Nadu elections in 2026.
All right, Nainar Nagendran, they're likely to consolidate vote bank as far as south of Tamil Nadu is concerned for the state in the upcoming election. So I think, when you look at the caste equation and when you look at the equation that Annamalai had with AIADMK, and Gautam has been talking about it for a while now, AIADMK was very clear. If you want to be an ally with us, it told the BJP perhaps, on point that if you want to be an ally and if you want to play with us, you want to, do this together, that Annamalai has to go. What did Annamalai do for the benefit of our audience out there? What did he do so wrong? Why was it that he became a thorn for the collision to go through?
Absolutely. There were certain Lakshman Rekhas that he crossed time and time again. Number one, he made comments about one of these tallest leaders of the Dravidian movement in Tamil Nadu, that is C.N. Annadurai. He also made, comments about J. Jayalalitha. And both these leaders are sacred so far as AIADMK is concerned. Both of them former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, J. Jayalalitha, after MGR, one of the tallest leaders for AIADMK. Then the personal spat, Shweta, calling Yedapadi Palaniswamy semi-literate, calling him and his flock people who need maturity, saying who wants to listen to you. Yedapadi Palaniswamy, on the other hand, also attacking Annamalai time and time again, calling him immature, said, I don't listen to people like this. So it became quasi-political, quasi-personal. So it was very clear. And I think on News9, we've been saying this from day one, the day Yedapadi went to Delhi, that the deal can only be sealed minus Annamalai. It cannot be with Annamalai at all. Of course, the other thing is now whether Annamalai will be kicked upstairs. I mean, will he be given a role much like L. Murugan, one of the names which
I
was
wanted to
doing
come
the
to
rounds.
you on that. I think that would remain an important question. Will Annamalai, and how will Annamalai be placated? Because he has to be placated. He helped BJP gain enough and more grounds in Tamil Nadu. So I believe there will be some promises made there, Sudha.
I guess so too. I do not know if he will be accommodated, in Delhi, like L. Murugan was done. But the point is that these are election times, Shweta. I mean, there are dime a dozen posts that he could get. Somebody who has a decision-making post, but not directly. You know what I mean? An advisor, stuff like that. He could be doing that very well. Also, another point for us to ponder, Shweta. Yesterday, like Gautam, who's right with us, our colleague, had said, look, there is a 10-year rule that if you had been with the BJP for 10 years, then sure, you can file for nomination. But News9, we kept saying, that's not true. Because when Annamalai joined the BJP, he was a greenhorn. He was a cop turned politician, in his mid-30s. So they really flouted that rule for Annamalai. What would make them not to flout the rule at a time when the crucial elections are knocking at your door? So it was very clear that it was not going to be Vanati Srinivasan, who is the Mahila Morcha chief. It's not going to be L. Murugan because he would have to come from New Delhi back to Chennai. It had to be Nainar Nagendran. Why? Because of his Tevar caste. And let me also add, when Gautam was talking about Mukkalathur, Shashikala Natarajan was from the Mukkalathur Tevar caste. And they have a very solid consolidation. It's like they vote en bloc. They vote together. So that was a very positive thing in favor of Nainar Nagendran, apart from the fact that he was seen to be the second best after Annamalai to take it on. But one more thing before I let you have the bulletin back to perhaps Gautam, how is Nainar Nagendran going to manage the big difference in ideology between Hindutva BJP and Dravidian AIADMK? That remains a challenge.
Absolutely. I think that will be a crucial line that Nainar Nagendran will now have to toe, have to find a balance between BJP's Hindutva and the Dravidian politics. And how will he really do that? Let me get Gautam back into this conversation. Gautam, it's now clear that with no other options and no other nominations being filed, and Nainar Nagendran's name is sealed. There is no holds barred now. He is likely to replace Annamalai, and that will happen very soon. How is he likely to find a balance? It's going to be crucial. It's right ahead of elections. He has a tough job ahead of himself.
Absolutely, but there doesn't seem like there's anyone more equipped than Nainar Nagendran at this point of time. Keep in mind that he's not just a senior leader who was with the AIADMK, so he knows the ground in Tamil Nadu very well. He knows the Dravidian politics very well as well. He has a mixed bag in terms of his electoral fortune. He has lost an election and won a couple of them. And very importantly, in 2021, he won the election on a BJP ticket as well. But keep in mind that it's not just the politics that he brings in, because Nainar Nagendran is also a prominent businessman in Tamil Nadu. He owns a number of hotels in the state as well. And especially in terms of South Tamil Nadu, he is known for his sort of groundwork and having a very good camaraderie across the caste lines as well. And after joining the BJP as well, he was involved in a few controversies that I remember. One of them is that he had issued a death threat back then to Tamil lyricist and writer Vairamuthu in 2018, just 1 year after joining the BJP. And this really put him in the spotlight back then, because this was far removed from the sort of usual demeanor that Nainar Nagendran had, and he was booked for hate speech back then. But since then, he has really focused on organizational politics and taken a leaf out of Annamalai's book as well, in terms of strengthening the grassroots workers and developing booth level politics as well. So while it's very strange that other senior leaders haven't been considered, it's very clear that the party considers Nainar Nagendran's role very crucial in terms of taking the party forward in 2026, where they are going to face off against the DMK in this crucial elections. Shweta.
Right, Nainar Nagendran are likely to be the key for perhaps for the BJP AIADMK combined to win those crucial 2026 state assembly elections. I want to come back to you, Sudha. As I mentioned, it's going to be a very tricky position for Nainar Nagendran. He will have to toe the line, borrow a leaf from Annamalai's book, perhaps pivot a little bit, which is what the party AIADMK, the partner in coalition, would want it to do. What could be the likely challenges for Nainar Nagendran going forward as he takes the command?
Well, if you ask me, I think he's not going to do anything that Annamalai did. Not that what Annamalai did does not count. Annamalai was very, very confrontational. He was the one who revealed the DMK files. He went hammer and tongs. There were frontal attacks on both the DMK as well as the AIADMK in the latter part of his career. This time around, I think it's going to be, let us see how we can expand, the BJP's footprint across Tamil Nadu. Let's not forget, BJP did well. It's now got around, it started with something like 2%, it went up to 8% or something like that. I think BJP is more interested in that. How are you going to expand the footprint? Yes, do of course talk about the deteriorating law and order situation so far as DMK is concerned. Talk about how, today's, for instance, what Ponmudi said, which is downright misogynistic and derogatory against all women. Talk about that, but don't forget the basic intent is how are you going to convince the Tamils to vote for us? Because let's not forget, the BJP in Tamil Nadu, except for Karnataka, across the south, the BJP is seen to be a Hindi party, Imposition of Hindi is a major challenge. They see it as a threat. They see as if these are marauders and plunderers. BJP, Nainar Nagendran would have to convince people. The national education policy, NEET, these are the issues that Nainar Nagendran will have to contend with, rather than confront them about what usually politicians do, which I think Annamalai did well, but that's not the point. I think Annamalai for some time was also barking up the wrong tree. Shweta.
All right. Well, there are lots of lessons there. And as far as issues is concerned, Gautam, they've been served on a platter to Nainar Nagendran, be it the NEP issue, the three-language policy, and so on and so forth. Variety of issues that DMK has already raked up, that the BJP will have to perhaps unite with the AIADMK to really counter, DMK's growth and DMK's, overall prowess in the state when it comes to fighting those crucial assembly elections. There are enough and more issues for Nainar Nagendran to get off with.
Absolutely. That's a very important point to note here with the elections just around the corner, because MK Stalin has been cornering the BJP-led center on several issues like the national education policy, delimitation issue, and the latest is the NEET admissions as well. So it's important to note that how Nainar Nagendran will counter DMK and MK Stalin on these issues will play a prominent role as well. And keep in mind that while we are talking about the BJP AIADMK alliance as well, the alliance has not been stitched yet because I just want to point out the kind of just earlier in the day, Amit Shah held a meeting with S. Gurumurthy as well. This meeting was basically to discuss about the alliance to see whether the BJP what kind of benefits will they have in terms of allying with the AIADMK. Edapadi Palaniswamy, keep in mind that he is a very hard politician in terms of the demands that is made. While one of the demands was that he will not have any talks with Annamalai, the more important thing is he wants to be the CM face of this alliance. He wants to have a lion's share in terms of the number of seats that are going to contest in this alliance as well. So all of these issues are still yet to be resolved. And Nainar Nagendran, along with Amit Shah, will have to sit down with Edupati Palaniswamy and see if these talks really manifest into something positive for the BJP as well, because they do not want to be seen as a really minor partner in this alliance. And what we understand is that backdoor talks are also happening with others as well in terms of O. Pannirselvam, who has a rival faction of the AIADMK. We also have K. Sengotian as well, who's rebelled against the Edapadi Palaniswamy as well. So there could be more twists and turns in this politics of Tamil Nadu that we are yet to see here.
Right. All right, let's not call it just as yet. The alliance hasn't happened. The first roadblock has been cleared by the way of replacement of Annamalai, but lots of other issues that that BJP and AIADMK will have to tide over if they were to ally right ahead of elections. Sudha, before I let you go, some of those issues would of course got to be with who is going to share how many seats. So that seat sharing formula, those caste dynamics, all of those will be, you know, crucial issues to tide over if the alliance has to come through.
Absolutely, and that's what the next meeting is going to be. Let's make no mistake that AIADMK is the big daddy here. You know, when it comes to Tamil Nadu, they have ruled Tamil Nadu for many years, and they know exactly the caste equations which work. And Edapadi Palaniswamy, you know, let's not make any mistake, he's somebody who's a master at this. So the next meeting, once they stitch up the alliance and make an announcement, will be about seat sharing, who gets what. And you know that BJP is also, so far as booth level and also election strategies are concerned, BJP is also, you know, a master. So they will both have to sit and I think look at the storyboard once again to see that what is the maximum traction they get when they go up against the DMK in 2026, Shweta.
All right, and the politics there in Tamil Nadu heating up right ahead of those crucial 2026 election. Sudha Sadanand, Gautam, thank you very much, the two of you, for joining us.